Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and we all know what that means by now. It's weekly purchases, the time of the week where we find out what came through the door via DHL, UPS, Amazon, the United States Postal Service, Waylon Jennings, and a whole lot more. And also, what I found out in the figure hunt this week, and of course, all the news of the week that I'm interested in, and hopefully you're interested in too. It is weekly purchases. So let's jump into it. First, we always talk about what happened on the channel this week, and there was a lot on the channel this week. You guys hopefully saw my figure hunting video on Friday. Found that Turtles in Disguise. You guys saw it during weekly purchases last Saturday. Minutes after I filmed weekly purchases, I went to my Target, I found it. Well, there's the video proof that I found it in the stores, and everything else that was going on in the stores this week. It was a pretty light week of finds for me in the stores, but it takes a village out there, and we'll talk about that more at the end of weekly purchases when we go through my purchases. Had a lot of help this week finding stuff, probably more than ever before, so we'll talk about that in the back half of weekly purchases. We also unboxed Turtles in Disguise on the channel this week. If you missed that, go check that out. Truly an amazing set. Covers a lot of boxes for a lot of collectors. If you already have your turtle set, I still think you need this one, but if you never had a NECA Cartoon Turtles set, you definitely need this one. But a slam dunk set. Don't pay the scalper prices just yet. NECA has said there's going to be 2 more waves of those, and I have to think maybe an online wave way down the line, but 2 more waves to come. If you miss those waves, yeah, you might have to succumb to eBay and stuff like that, but hold tight. There's more coming. NECA has promised it. I think we're going to see the frogs next, and then we'll probably see those come back out around. So fingers crossed those are back out and everybody gets a chance of getting them. So that was the figure hunting week. We also talked Jakks Class Superstars like we do every single Tuesday, but an interesting week this week. We started the 3-packs with Series 1 and Series 2, so check those out if you missed those. I know we got a lot of Jakks Class Superstars fans on the channel. We also got the Ultimate Warrior Ringside Collectibles exclusive through the door this week and unboxed, and we'll show that in weekly purchases as well. But you guys know me, had to open that thing up right away, being a Warrior guy at my core. So unboxed that on the channel. We also did a lot of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat Mania, we've been talking about it. I'm all in. The Mania is a real thing, and the movie premieres this weekend. So go check it out in the theaters or HBO Max, whatever you got to do. But I'm all in. It's taking me back to the mid-90s when Mortal Kombat Mania was running my life. I was collecting the G.I. Joe version of Mortal Kombat toys back then. I'm sure a lot of you guys did too. Now it looks like I'm into the McFarlanes and I'm dabbling in the Storm figures. As you guys saw my Motaro review this week on the channel from Storm Collectibles. A big figure, and you guys know my opinions on big figures. Had to unbox that one. And then we also unboxed 90s Madness Wildcats from Image Comics. A step back in time to the mid-90s. I kind of set the stage. It's a little long video, but it sets the stage for what Wildcats were, what the toy shelves were looking like in the mid-90s around Image Comics and all that kind of stuff. So I know a lot of you guys enjoyed that video. I'm glad you did. But we'll have a few more Wildcats videos. As of right now, we're going to have 4. So that was number 1. We'll put number 2 next week. And we'll do a weekly Wildcats video for a couple of weeks. And we'll get through all the figures, talking about them, and anything else that comes in between. So as usual, a lot going on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. Like this video. All that fun stuff every YouTuber says. We're marching towards 7,000 subscribers. So once we get there, maybe we'll figure out another giveaway to do. We do a lot of giveaways on the channel, as you guys know. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter or Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. BelowTheCollar.com, Kyle Peterson. Get your very own See You Later t-shirt. So there you go. But we're going to start this video off like we always do weekly purchases. We're going to talk about a little news that I was interested in. Hopefully you're interested in as well. But the shock of the internet this week was Major Blood. G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Island Target exclusive. I know a lot of people hate it. I know a lot of people hate the Target exclusives. But man, I'm all in on G.I. Joe. You guys know that. I love me some G.I. Joe. And that Major Blood leaked image, a lot of people were saying, oh, it's fake. Then it went up on eBay. Holy cow, things got crazy. It got up to $10,000, then $20,000. I think at one point it was up to $100,000 for that figure. Obviously, that's people messing with the seller because, hey, they're mad. They got it first, and you know they're trying to make a fortune off it, all that kind of good stuff. But I don't know how that ended up finishing out. I think a lot of the bids got canceled, and I think it went for $400 and some if I'm right. And I think a few more have went up since then. If you guys ever check out the Foosh, I'm sure you do, The Foosh reviews, man, how lucky was Robo there. This week I saw his unboxing of Major Blood. Usually, like I say, I don't watch unboxings. I like to come in with fresh eyes, and I'll watch them after I do mine. But you guys, G.I. Joe Mania, I mean, I couldn't wait. And seeing this Major Blood that we didn't even know technically 100% existed, and then to have him unbox it the next day, I don't know. He had some viewer out there just crazily send that to him with no name or anything. Where's that viewer? Why aren't they watching my channel? They should send me a Major Blood. That would be something. But anyways, I got to live through his eyes as he unbox Major Blood, and that thing is next level. I can't wait to unbox it. It sounds like a May 13th street date with the Cobra Island, shipping in a case of 6. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can get 2. You know, I got 1 to unbox, 1 to keep them in on card set. We'll see. Hopefully mid-May or June at the latest, I can unbox one of these. By then, I'll probably forget that review, and I can come in with some fresh eyes again. But Major Blood, Cobra Island Mania, running wild right now. And speaking of Cobra Island, I saw some of the interviews out there on the G.I. Joe team after the Hasbro Fan Fest, and it sounds like Cobra Island, those figures that a lot of people missed, the Beachheads, nobody really missed Roadblock, but the Viper, the Trooper, maybe even Baroness, they said stay tuned in June. It sounds like they're going to get those back out, maybe a different way, and we saw that this week even on Hasbro Pulse. If you're a Hasbro Pulse Premium member, you got early access, but they put up the Firefly and the Cobra Trooper up for sale on Hasbro Pulse, and they sold out in like 12 seconds. I didn't even get a chance to even get them. They sent an email, and they were gone just like that. But I think that means the future looks a little brighter for the Cobra Island. We've talked about it ad nauseum on our channel here about what is the issue with Cobra Island. I understand the distribution issues, but there's a lot more to that story. I don't think you guys want me to explain it all again, but I truly believe it's not Hasbro not wanting you guys to have their money. I can guarantee that out there. They want every penny you have and then some. It's just kind of a mishmash of new collectors, COVID, and not a lot of faith in the G.I. Joe line, which, honestly, we all got to take that step back. I like G.I. Joe more than anything, but it's not Marvel, it's not Star Wars, it's not WWE. It's failed a lot of times at retail. So Cobra Island figures, they were a little gun shy. They didn't order them much. That's a quick gist of kind of what's going on with Cobra Island. But I think they found out the success. There's going to be more Major Bloods than any Cobra Island by the sound of things. And we'll see where it goes from there. But man, I am excited for G.I. Joe. This week as well, Legends, WWE Legends started showing up at Target. People were finding John Cena and Big Van Vader. That Vader next level, definitely going to be a top 10 figure of the year. People were finding those at the stores. They were not finding DDP and Brutus Beefcake. Well, Brutus Beefcake and DDP are going to be online exclusives at least until June. I checked my pre-order on my Target app. It shows Cena and Vader shipping between April 28th and May 3rd. The rest are showing like June, I think, delivery now. So it looks like it's going to be a staggered release. I wonder if that has to do with the pegs are starting to get backed up. I don't know if your targets are like mine. You obviously got some Bobby Heenan, some Mr. Wonderfuls, some Eddie Guerreros, and now we're seeing Undertaker even in my area kind of backing up. So the Legends, I think they said, hey, we don't need a ton out there right now. Let's stair-step it a little bit. That's got to be my guess. And that's one issue with Target and Walmart and all these. They don't have enough peg power. You got 4 can hold on the pegs for a Legend at my Target. Well, you got 4 Bobby Heenans there. You can't put anything until those Heenans sell. I mean, the Target employee most of the time is not smart enough to, hey, I should rotate that stock. I'll leave one Heenan up and then I'll put some fresh ones. Hey, that Heenan sold. I'm going to get a Heenan out of the back. That's not the way it works, unfortunately. So I think we're seeing a little of that with the Legends, but I cannot wait for that set. It's going to be interesting with that Brutus Beefcake because he is the Chase. So the Chase will have to be randomly mailed to you. So some people will get it, some won't. I think it's one of those things where you got to buy like 15 of them and then unfortunately take some back to a local Target. I'll probably take them back to Waylon Jennings' Target. That's what I like to do. When I got all those Bobby Heenans, I just traveled 45 minutes north. I said, here you go, Waylon. You take them. And those Bobby Heenans, they still haunt the pegs to this day at his Target. So there you go. But we've seen this in the past with Target as well. Remember the Red Rooster? That was online only. I know a few got returned out into the wild and people found them, but that was an online only release at Target. So remember back to the Rooster, even the Shark. The Shark was the same way. So we have history of this in the past. So there you go. AEW Series 1 back with a vengeance. 1B we'll call it. Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Friday announced, hey, they're up for pre-order in July. Limit 2 sets per person. Get it. If you missed Series 1 or were waiting for the Series 1 improvements on the skin tone of the AEW figures, now's your time to shine. I sat there and eternally debated for a second. I said, I know I need one set. And then I said, you know what? I better buy 2 sets. And pro tip of the day, I do think these will be a very valuable line down the line. These repaints, or I guess that's what we'll call them, updated skin tones, they will be worth more down the line because a lot of people have Series 1 already that are going to pass. They say, I'm good, I don't need it. The Bucks and Jericho, they have better versions out. I'm not going to go back. So there's going to be a lot of people pass. These aren't going to be made in quite the production run of Series 1. And Series 1 wasn't made as quite as much as Series 2 and 3, for example. So I think this will be a sleeper set down the line. So if you're thinking about it, you're on the fence, I would definitely recommend pulling the trigger. Worst thing you do, you sit on them 6 months and you'll get your money back plus some. And then down the line, 5 to 10 years from now, could truly be a very, very expensive set. So that's just kind of how my mind works on this. I said, you know what, I'm in. I'm getting one. Might as well get 2. I'll open it up and we'll see where it goes from there. So interesting times in the AEW Jazzwares community. But that's not the most interesting thing to me this week. Was last Saturday, I think right as Weekly Purchases was premiering on my YouTube channel. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, I posted a picture that leaked out there. I think I was one of the first ones to find this picture out there, actually. But it was the AEW new Barbed Wire Massacre playset. Just a little box, little square box, but it's an old school Jack's accessory pack. It's like a time traveler's pack. But it comes with that barbed wire net, barbed wire broom, barbed wire baseball bat. It's a barbed wire pack. Where was this when I was like 14, 13 years old? Right at the end of my playing days, I would set things up and stuff with some bone crunchers. Man, if I had those kind of packs when I was a kid, it would be next level. You young kids out there that play with your toys, you don't know how good you have it. You don't have to use the imagination like young Kyle and probably young you guys had to do as well. Very, very cool. I'm all in on this accessory pack. I think it's awesome. I don't know if I want a ton of these things because, boy, I can just see it going down Jack's rabbit hole where there's all of a sudden you got a pack with an old dirty mattress and an old toilet. It happened. They might do it again. I don't know if I need that again in my life. But a barbed wire pack to commemorate a match like this, sign me up all day long. No word from Jazzwares, no word from anybody on that one. So we'll see where that ends up taking us. But very cool, very interesting. I think that's a slam dunk. I'm sure it'll be on Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%, and I'll let you guys know when it does go up. So I thought that was cool. And now another blast from the past this week. Big Bad Toy Store, late Thursday night. Once again, follow me on social media so you don't miss some of this breaking news. Marvel Select, Diamond Select, Marvel Select put up one of the most wanted figures that people missed out back in the day. Probably the most requested figure from Select and Legends. Really, a lot of people want this one. But they are re-releasing The Watcher for the fall of 2021. This figure's hundreds of dollars on the aftermarket right now. It's a missing hole in my collection, that's for sure. He's a big figure. You need him in your Cosmic Galaxy display. I gotta think Marvel Legends is gonna come out with one of these eventually, but I think Marvel Select probably got wind of it and said, hey, guess what? We're re-releasing ours to make some money before Legends can get to it. I would not be shocked. The business world can be a little cutthroat sometimes, as you can imagine. So The Watcher was up, and it did quickly sold out of Big Bad Toy Store. Quickly sold out. I posted it, and I think 20 minutes after I posted it, it disappeared from their website. So you got to act fast. You got to follow me on social media. Follow the news sites on social media so you don't miss out on these things. I got to think, though, there'll be other chances. Fall's a long way away. You can find it at your comic book shop. Maybe Amazon will have it eventually. But I'm very excited to get The Watcher into my collection finally. Then this week, NECA keeps shooting out the turtle news every single April. We're seeing every Tuesday, April O'Neil, Judith Hogue is having an update about her figure. We saw packaging images of that figure this week. I have to believe next Friday she will go up for pre-order on NECA Online. It looks like she's going to be a solo pack, not a 2-pack. Definitely pick that one up. That's one you need in your movie turtle collection. So that will be going up for sale on NECA Online. I have to believe next Friday, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But this Friday, what went up for online was Anthrax. Not to be confused with my old buddy Anthrax, one of my favorite bands, Anthrax. Scotty and Charlie Benanti, Frankie Bello, all the boys. Dan Spitz back in the day, Joey Belladonna. There's been a lot. There's been a lot in the band. I love Anthrax. Love Anthrax. Here's a great photo of me at a meet and greet with Anthrax. How about this? Yeah, I've met Anthrax quite a few times. That probably wasn't the best meet and greet photo I've ever had, but you know, it is what it is. But Anthrax I love, but we're talking about Anthrax from the Ninja Turtle cartoon line. I gotta tell you, I don't remember him at all, but I saw pictures of him from the cartoon, so he is in the cartoon. But we're getting him and Scumbug. Deep, deep cuts in the cartoon line. I know some people are jumping out of the cartoon line either because it's too hard to find or it's getting too deep, but I love deep characters. I say release a character that was made from back in the day. Just release them all. I'm fine with that. I know there's hardcore Ninja Turtle fans that are much more hardcore than I am that absolutely love this stuff. I'm the same way about G.I. Joe and wrestling. I want everybody, and that's how some of these hardcore Turtle fans are. I don't blame them. I'm glad NECA's doing this. One note, though, it's $10 more than normal for this pack. I think we're seeing price increases. We know Marvel Legends is going up in price. Star Wars Black Series are going up in price. When will wrestling go up in price? I think Cobra Island, I believe, is going to $24.99 as well. I hate to break it to you guys, and we've been talking about this on the channel for a long time. This fall, winter, commodities across the board are skyrocketing. My real world job, I deal with this every single day. Things are going to get ugly for pricing. I know people are complaining their figures are going up, but guess what? It's going to get worse. It's going to be all your groceries are going to be going up. Everything's going to be going up in price. So be ready for it. Start budgeting now because it's going to be a whole new world of pricing across the board on everything you buy in the fall and winter time of 2021. Your dollar's not going to stretch as far as it possibly is right now. And I've been talking about it for a long time. A lot of people that jumped into collecting during the COVID mania are going to be jumping out, especially when they need more money for, hey, everyday things like food, gasoline, stuff like that. You're going to see people bailing on their collections. Some people that got in and kind of flew in and they're going to fly right out as quick as they came. That's where long-term collectors could be able to get some really good deals out there. But we also might start seeing, we're already seeing it now, honestly. If you look at my figure hunting videos, yeah, there's some bare spots here and there. But we haven't seen wrestling stocked this well in years. Things are starting to catch up. And that's what's going to happen throughout the year into the holidays. Things are going to catch up, and there might be clearances. If you guys remember back, no clearance items really at the end of last year. I do think this year you will see things going to clearance. So it's an interesting time in the business sense of things. Profits are at an all-time high for toy companies. A lot of articles out this week about that. I get it. Profits are at all-time high for every single company. It was an amazing year if you're a company. It wasn't good if you were a restaurant and stuff like that and things that, you know, the concert industry, sporting goods industry, where you need fans out there, didn't have a good year. But hey, if you're in the grocery industry and people couldn't go to restaurants, they're going to be eating more at home. They're going to be buying those products. It was a great year for the grocery industry, great year for toys, collectibles, and we're going to see some of that given back in the latter half of the year. So put that in the back of your mind. Tell her your old buddy Kyle told you that. And just be thinking about that for the future. So that's pro tip, hot tip, business hat deal of the day going on there. Final turtle stuff. The frogs have been spotted. They were spotted in North Carolina, I think was the first spot last weekend. I got to think they're coming to my area in the next week, so hopefully I get the two frogs, get turtle anxiety over with, and move on to the next one. So there you go, turtle anxiety. It's always here. NECA, let's keep on the NECA theme. They also really came out this week and said, hey, we're definitely coming out with Universal Monsters. They're coming. We got Dracula. We got the Wolfman. We got the Mummy. We got Frankenstein. They're coming. Sign me up all day long. I love the Universal Monsters. I grew up reading books of the Universal Monsters. There's those old orange books. I'll try to find a picture, but maybe you guys remember from your library. I would love to find a set of those to have. I checked them out when I was 6, 7 years old so many times. I read them cover to cover. Love those books. My dad grew up on those. So the Universal Monsters have a special place in my heart. And I will definitely get these NECA figures when they come out. I'm very excited for them. So there you go there. And then we saw this week some interesting Star Wars Black Series news. We knew May 4th we were going to get some kind of pre-order coming up. May the 4th be with you. And as you guys know, Star Wars unboxings every single day on this channel is a little bonus. So make sure you're checking those out. This week, we had a video about Shaquille O'Neal and his unfortunate trip running into Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, is he really blind? Check out that video. Give me your comments. And is he blind? Only you can tell me, so check that one out. But Star Wars, May 4th, sounds like pre-order is going up. We're going to get the pilot Hawk, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Echo, and Anakin in throwback Clone Wars packaging. Amazing. I'm all in. Funny enough, yesterday I unboxed Yoda and Kaibuck as my Star Wars unboxing, in that similar packaging. And that was the first time I ever unboxed those, that type of packaging. But I'm excited for these 6-inch figures in the Clone Wars packaging. Beautiful packaging. I'd almost love to have them in on card set, but I'm not going to do it. But I'm a day one pre-orderer on those. Gotta get those. They look amazing. So pick those up. We also saw this week He-Man, Keldor, and Cronus 2-pack, The Rise of Evil. Evil's always rising. It's never sinking. It's always rising, it seems. Target exclusive, supposedly street dated for this be tomorrow, the 25th. So be ready. Keldor, Cronus, street dated at Target. Good to go tomorrow. Hopefully my area gets them. I'd like to get that done with as well. Some breaking news after I finished weekly purchases video, so I'm breaking back in with some He-Man news. Wave 5, 6, depending who you ask, we're not really sure at this point. Is it Wave 5? Is it Wave 6? But they announced Evelyn, Merman, Fisto, and Faker He-Man as the next wave that'll come out someday to Target and Walmart. Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below as well. Masters Universe, He-Man Origins marches on. I'm happy to get Fisto, happy to get Faker. Evelyn and Merman, we already have them. They're technically different versions. I get that. Maybe some people miss those as they were primarily Walmart exclusives before. I don't know, but be on the lookout. Coming soon. We also know the Shang-Chi Marvel Legends wave is street dated at Target for the 25th. The WWE Legends we talked about for the 25th. There should be some good figure hunting videos this week. I think we'll see a lot of new stuff on the shelves, at least at Target. Unfortunately, Friday afternoon or Friday morning, I missed out on the Shang-Chi wave. Somebody posted one of the local groups I'm in. Hey, they got it at the Walmart. I was literally down the street. I said, well, I'm going to pop in. I'm going to pick those up, and they were gone. The figure hunting game is a matter of seconds from time to time, as most of you guys know. So I missed out on Shang-Chi, unfortunately. Hopefully I can pick that up soon. I don't think that's going to be flying off anybody's shelf, especially if all the Targets have those ready to go for the 25th. I think I'll be able to complete that set this week. So more to come on Shang-Chi and all the other new stuff this week. So there it is. A lot of new toy news this week. A lot of interesting stuff out there. A lot of excitement in the toy industry as always. You guys know I'm always pumped. Anytime I get new figures, I'm pumped. But you know what else I'm pumped about? Album of the week. Pumped about that. I spent a lot of time last weekend working in my garage. We had spring cleanup. Had to go through. You should see my basement. It looks like a bomb went off. We're doing all kinds of stuff. Have new carpet coming. You name it. But I was listening to a lot of heavy metal. As one does. You got to listen to heavy metal. So I've been picking out metal albums to listen to, and one I listened to that I hadn't listened to in probably at least a year. This was my album of the year. It was either 2018, 2019. And it's a sleeper one from one of the greatest bands of all time, and that's Megadeth Dystopia. Their latest album. They're going to have a new album this year. I can't wait for that either. But man, I forgot how good that album is. I know I loved it back then, but it holds up to this day, and it's one of their best albums they ever had. If you never checked out Dystopia, definitely give that a spin. I remember Sioux Falls. I was on a business trip one time, and they were playing at this club. It was like a shooting gallery. Somebody will know it if you're from Sioux Falls area. It was a state-of-the-art place, and they had them up there, and it was like the debut of this tour, and I got to see them. And then went to a meeting the next day. It was great. I love how things like that work out. Seen Megadeth so many times over the years, but it's been probably 5 years now at this point. It's been a while since I've seen Megadeth. Dave Mustaine going through cancer treatment, all that kind of stuff. I can't wait for concerts to return and get to see Megadeth again. But Dystopia, man, that is a sleeper album. Definitely highly recommended. Check it out if you have not. I also this week figured out on Instagram. I'm not an Instagram guy. I post my stuff on there, but I really don't know how to use it. But this week I found out how to put into stories. You can put songs with your stories. Game changer. Game changer. So now every day when I post, hey, here's the video of the day that I post up, I'm going to put it in my story, and I'm going to find a song, a heavy metal song most likely, that correlates with that video. So you'll get a nice, hey, this Yoda review's up, and here's, Zombie Eaters from Misfits to go along with it. The perfect pairing of heavy metal song and figure review. So be on the lookout for that. Follow me on Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. You never know what metal song I'll pull out of my pocket to put with the video. So there it is, a lot going on, and we got a lot of purchases to get to, so let's roll it. All right, guys, one piece of news I forgot. I don't know how I could forget this, but NECA unleashed on social media this week that they are coming out with a new Iron Maiden. You know Eddie, the mascot Iron Maiden. They are coming out with a new Iron Maiden Eddie figure. It's Aces High Edition. Pilot Eddie, we'll call it. Day one buyer right here for that. I love the NECA Eddie figures. This one, I cannot wait to get my collection to join the Trooper, Peace of Mind, all the other ones I have. I got them all. You guys know I love heavy metal action figures, and it doesn't get much more heavy metal than Eddie of Iron Maiden. So little note there I forgot. But let's get in. Let's start it off. Let's talk about weekly purchases, and we're going to start off hot. Hot! You guys saw me unboxing on the channel the old Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 12 ringside exclusive. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. I believe he's back ordered till July now, so I'm very happy to get mine. I know a lot of people complain. I see it on my comments on social media, any of my reviews, like, well, how did you get that? It says back ordered till July. Well, guys, follow me on social media. Follow Ringside Collectibles. Follow whatever. You got to pre-order the day they come up. I know it's not fun to have people sit on your money, but if you don't, you're waiting until July, or you might totally miss it. So you got to pre-order day one out there. It's just the way it goes, and that's what I did. Got the Warrior, and of course, as you guys know, had to get a min-unboxed Warrior. My favorite of all time. I can't not have two Warriors. It's just the way it has to be done. So let it be written, so let it be done. There it is. Ultimate Warrior in the house this week. Also got this Terry Funk t-shirt. A little big, but it's all right. Terry Funk shirt, and it came with a free Terry Funk patch. Where am I going to put this? I don't know. I have a lot of patch jackets out there for my metal concerts. Maybe I'll stick that on there. But Terry Funk, always welcome in my house. Him and the Ultimate Warrior, my top two favorites of all time. All right, Mortal Kombat Madness. Let's jump into it here with weekly purchases. Mortal Kombat Madness, Storm Collectibles, Scorpion. Now that's the classic Scorpion we know, we love. Get over here. There it is. I can't wait to unbox this one either. I really like the looks of these Storm Collectible Mortal Kombat figures. I like the McFarlane ones too, but when I think Mortal Kombat, I'm of the age, this is my wheelhouse. This is what I think. But man, they're expensive. They're $80 to $100 figures. I can't go down that road. That's too expensive. It's just too expensive. But you got to get a deal out there, and I got a deal on this one, a lot cheaper than $80, so I had to jump. But I'd love to get Sub-Zero and some of the other ones out there, especially that Goro. Oh, man, I need Goro. I don't know if McFarlane will step up and make a Goro. Probably not, or it'll be a long time, but I would love to have Goro in my collection. But it is what it is. But Scorpion, he's here. I'm going to take him in my collection. So there you go. Also this week, I told you there was a lot of help. It takes a village in the figure hunting game this week. And our old pal Gage Octane, Midwest wrestling legend, trained by Harley Race, Gage Octane. He had a hot trip to Ankeny Walmart, and he found Old Panther Flocked Edition. Limited edition, Walmart exclusive, Flocked Edition of Panther. Part of me doesn't want to open this one, but I think I'm going to. We'll see. I'll make a game time decision. We'll unbox it on the channel probably. $40 though for this one. $10 more than regular Panther. Is it worth the $10? Kids like me that grew up with the Flocked Edition, it possibly is. But if you're just a young kid collector or a new collector, it probably isn't. But we'll see. We'll see if it's worth it when we unbox it. So there you go. How about one of the beautiful people, Madison Rain. So, TNA Deluxe Aggression. As you guys know, I completed my Jack's Ruthless Aggression collection. And now I've moved on to, maybe I need to finish off my Deluxe Aggressions. I think I have maybe 15 Deluxe Aggressions to get. And then I was looking at my checklist, the TNA Impact ones that Jax took over the line after WWE moved on to Mattel. I was missing just a handful. I'm missing both Hernandez figures. For some reason, I'm missing both Hernandez. And then I believe there's a blue Velvet Sky figure in like a blue outfit I'm missing. Outside of that, I got the whole line whipped, so I need to come back and finish these off. I saw this online. I said, you know what, I'm going to pick it up because I needed it. So there you go, a rare TNA figure in weekly purchases. Back to Mortal Kombat. It seems like Mortal Kombat just never ends, right? Got me Johnny Cage this week, one of the rarer ones at this point. I used to see this around all the time. Now you don't see it ever. Check your Walgreens, folks. Walgreens, you can find some of these sometimes. There's some sleeper Walgreens out there. But Johnny Cage, happy to have him in the line. One of the OG Mortal Kombat guys. So I got him this week. How about that old outlaw Waylon Jennings? He makes an appearance. He turns his head this week. He found the old Emperor's Royal Guard, the new vintage collection for me. I was thinking I was going to pass on this one until we saw that live stream and they showed that the helmet comes off on this one. So I got plans because I got a lot of Royal Guards. Didn't really need another one, but this is going to be the head Royal Guard. He'll have his helmet off in my display. So I got this thanks to that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. And then old Waylon came in hot. He came in hot with the Admiral Akbar, one of my all-time favorites. I was looking at this. I do not need to open this one, as I do have that Black Series boxed one that we unboxed on the channel a couple weeks back. exact same figure. Everything is the same. You're basically paying for the carding of this one. So I think I'm going to have a little bit of a Star Wars in-box collection, and I'm not going to display them. I'm just going to put them in a little hole somewhere. But I got to have my favorites. And Admiral Akbar right at the top of the list. I got to find that new Zutton again. I need to find a minty mint one, and I'm sure that'll come soon. But the Admiral's in the house, thanks to that old outlaw, that old Waylon Jennings. So there you go. Here's a weird one. Here's one I've never really done. I don't think I've ever done this before. But there was a deal on Mercari. I looked at it and I said, ugh. And we negotiated back and forth. And I paid more. I think $1 is too much to pay for this. But at the end of the day, I said, this is probably something smart to do. Because I'm always a businessman. I'm always trying to gotta get a deal. I think I've said it before. And I got to think, one day I'm going to sell all this. Yes, it's true, folks, I am. Before I get too old and I still have all my senses, I'm going to start selling all this. I'll probably retire early, and then I'll take a year or two, and this is going to be my full-time job. Selling my collection is what I'll do. It'll pay the water bills and the heating bills in retirement for me. That's kind of my plan. Hopefully I don't die first, or else my wife's going to just have so much fun. She's going to have so much fun, she won't know what to do with all this stuff. But we'll see. But one thing I said is an investment, I should probably get these. You guys saw recently I picked these up. I picked them up off eBay at a screaming deal. I got the 4 loose Flashback Series 3 Walmart exclusive figures. I said, you know what? I really probably should get the boxes. And somebody was selling the boxes. I want to say it was like $30 I paid for these, right around there. Felt like a lot of money still for empty boxes, but knowing Harley Race, if I'm going to sell that for loose, let's say I sell it for $200, I could probably get $225, $230 out of it at least if I have the box with it. Then I have the box for the other ones that are kind of free. The mind of a collector is crazy, but I got, I guess I'll show the backs, huh? Ricky Steamboat, Harley Race, right there. And then we got, of course, Jake the Snake Roberts, like so. And then, of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I got those 4 boxes. Figured why not? $30. It is what it is. I just think that was a good investment, especially basically for the Harley Race one down the line. So there you go. I bought empty boxes this week. Can you believe it? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Here's an interesting one that kind of confused me. I saw this on Big Bad Toy Store, one of the best places to order from. Link in the description below, like I always say. Order from Big Bad Toy Store. Go through the link in the description below. Support our channel here. But I had to pick this up as it came in stock. I said, you know what? I'm going to pick this up. Mortal Kombat 11 Commando Spawn. Now, here's Kyle, where he's not a Mortal Kombat expert. He saw this pop up and said, oh, geez, it's expensive. Maybe it's just deluxe. Maybe he's got a big gun. It makes it more deluxe. Well, I didn't know this was an oversized giant figure. I don't know how I missed that. I obviously didn't read the description thoroughly. But very cool looking figure. It's a big figure. Doesn't really scale with my Mortal Kombat figure. So I am really not sure what I'm going to do with this one. But you know what? I picked it up either way. Big, heavy Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. Pretty cool, though. But that just tells you I'm not a Mortal Kombat expert. I'll never claim to be. But I did get that Spawn this week. Then I talked about It Takes a Village. Remember that? I said, hey, we had help from Midwest Wrestling legend Gage Octane this week. We had usual help from our old buddy, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. Well, old David C. Anderson helped me out as well. He was up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and Sheboygan, Wisconsin last week. He went to Freak Toys, a place I've never been there, but I've heard good things for years. He stopped in there this week and got the old FaceTime out and said, hey, Kyle, what do you need? And I said, I don't think I need anything. But then he walked through the store with me. You guys know how that goes. That snowballs. I don't need anything to all of a sudden, you know what? Yeah, I do need something. First thing I said, do they have Zutton? Do they have Zutton? And what did he find for me? He found good old Zutton, our old boy Zutton. We unboxed him on the channel a few weeks ago. A lot of controversy with this figure as it's not actually Zutton. This is actually Zutmore. This is actually a female. She cheats on her family and all of her lovers. She got dropped off on Tatooine. A crazy story, a crazy adventure. Who knew? But I said, I need a mint-on-card Zutton in my collection just for historical purposes, just like I need the new vintage collection to go with it. Definitely need that, and the Admiral Akbar, which I got this week. So he found Zutton for me, so I was very happy at that. And then we talked about TNA figures. Well, here was the other one I was missing, Angelina Love. So let's get the beautiful people back in action. So I got Angelina Love was one of the ones I'm missing. So now I just need the 2 Hernandez figures, and then I believe the blue Velvet Sky figure, and I have my TNA collection complete. So be on the lookout for those. I got to find those one of these days. So There's that. And then David found me a couple long game Star Wars things that I've had. I've been watching. I've been clocking the prices. Gotta get a deal. Saved me $5-10 on these, him picking them up for me. And one is the Theed Generator Complex from Star Wars Episode 1. You guys know I love a good play set. He found this one. Comes with Battle Droid. We'll unbox this on the channel one of these days. Only $20. Normally $40 on eBay. Plus shipping and everything else. So $20. Gotta get a deal. Happy I had that one. Very happy I got that one. And then another one. You guys might remember this one from our old Shadows of the Empire unboxings. Old Dash Rendar. $45 I had to pay for this Outrider. Getting very hard to find these days. I remember this being on clearance back in the day. And then I believe it was re-released on a traditional packaging outside of Shadows of the Empire eventually. Very hard to find at this point. I've had it on my long game list. He found it. Saved me like $5 for the best price I could find. So I'm happy with it. I went with it. So I got Dash Rendar's Outrider. My Star Wars display is going to be next level. I just hope I can get to it by 2022. It's going slow. Contractors are slow at this point. They're slow in returning calls. They're slow in getting things done. I guess it's good. That means they have a lot of business. They have a lot of stuff going on. But you guys know, you're probably like me. You want it done like that. Let's get this done. Let's haul. Let's get moving. Just doesn't work that way all the time. What do you do? So got Dash Rendar's Outrider. All right, let me pick this stuff up. It's been the theme of the last few weeks. We have to break this video into two. I got to clean this stuff off, and we're going to come back with round 2 of weekly purchases. All right, round 2 of weekly purchases continues. Let's keep rolling on, and we got some Star Wars Black Series. We got Crosshair from the Bad Batch. We've got Asajj Ventress, one I'm very excited for, from the Clone Wars, of course. And then we've got the, Trooper? Elite Squad Trooper from the Bad Batch as well. So I slowly pieced together this Star Wars Black Series set. As you guys know, and if you watch my figure hunting videos, this one's been a struggle as my area has not hit with these. I don't know what the heck is going on. I see Kansas City, Minneapolis, Illinois, and Nebraska, some of the surrounding states getting shippers of these products of the Black Series. Nothing in my general direction. I have no idea what's been going on. So what I had to do is, I hate to do it, but I did it. I got these off of GameStop online. They had a sale this week. Spend $100. You save 20%, get free shipping, all that. Ended up getting these under $20 a piece. So got to get a deal out there. It's a lot funner to find them out on the store pegs in the wild, but I guess if you can get them online cheaper, save money. I always say got to get a deal. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. So it kind of fits that same thing. Save any bit of money you can find on your figures. So there you go. Very strange. How about that old outlaw Waylon Jennings? Once again, I put him out on the hunt. I said, hey, keep your eyes peeled for this one. And he came through with the Cobra Fang G.I. Joe. Retro Walmart exclusive. You guys know I love G.I. Joe. A lot of fond memories for this Fang back in the day, as I bought this using my G.I. Joe flag points back in the day when I was a kid. For you guys old enough to remember the flag point system with G.I. Joe. But got that through the door. Thanks to old Waylon Jennings helping me out. How about this one? Incredible Hulk Marvel Select. If you missed the video on the channel, go back, check it out. Great review, an amazing figure. One of the best figures, bar none, of 2021. I ordered one from Amazon as well, and it came through the door. I forgot to cancel it, which happens sometimes. I'm not hurt about that, as I like this one so much. I don't mind having this in package, or maybe I'll trade it or sell it or something like that. But this is a next level figure. Check out the review. A lot of comparisons, a lot of stuff with that figure on the channel. But love that Hulk figure. Back to G.I. Joe, talking about GameStop. Gotta get a deal. These went on clearance. They had a hot daily sale. I can never pass these things up, even though I said I was not going to do it. PCS collectible statue, Snake Eyes. You guys saw that I had Serpentor and Cobra Commander. Well, I got Snake Eyes now. And then, of course, who goes with Snake Eyes but old Storm Shadow? So I got these two. I did run into Baroness and Destro at GameStop. They've jacked the prices up to $60, another $10 on these. That is unfortunate. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. If I'm going to stick with those, wait for a deal, got to get a deal. I have to believe Destro will go to clearance, and we'll get a hot deal off of GameStop, so I'll probably wait on that. I'm not sure where I'm going to display these guys yet, but I'll find it out. I always figure it out one way or the other. All right, finally, once again, got to get a deal. That's the story of my life. Got to get a deal. I should get it tattooed on my forehead. Target.com this week. Big time deal, playing the long game. When they announced this thing, I said, you know what, I'm going to play the long game. It was $120 at first, then you could get it for $100 at a lot of places. Well, Target online, $45.99 with free shipping. Could not pass it up. It's the animatronic Deadpool head, does all kinds of voices, everything else. You got to download an app onto your phone to play with it and all that kind of fun stuff. We'll see what happens. I'm going to unbox this. I'll get the app and we'll see where it goes. I think this will be a cool conversation piece. Once again, not sure where I'm exactly going to put this. Maybe I'll put it at my desk at work. I don't know what happens. But $45.99, that's a pretty good deal. I think we all agree that's more than half off from where I've seen it when it started. Like a lot of these things, you play that long game, you'll come out on top. And that's exactly what I did with this Deadpool's head. So that's it. That's this week's and weekly purchases. Looking around, did I miss anything? It does not look like I missed anything, which has happened before. It's happened before. But another big week. We'll see what next week brings. I gotta believe, like we talked at the beginning of the show, Target's gonna be the place to go this week. A lot of street-dated stuff. Hopefully next week we'll be sitting here. I'll have that new He-Man 2-pack. We'll have the new Marvel Legends. Maybe a couple of Star Wars guys. It'd be great to finish off that Black Series. And who knows for wrestling what I might run into. So a lot to come on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed. Hit the old notification bell. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share the video. Share it with all your friends. Show your grandma. Grandmas love me. That's what I've been known to know. Grandmas love me, so they'd probably like seeing this video. So share it with your grandma. But that's it this week. So as usual, I got my Terry Funk shirt on. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way out of here. Everybody have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week on Weekly Purchases.